How to read music. I want you to see my keyboard up here. Do you see my little cursor? That's going to be their pointer. Here's our keyboard, piano keyboard, and here is the music writing area. I wanted to do it by hand, but this is going, ooh, where'd my, there we go. Now see my little cursor there? Okay. I wanted to do it by hand, but it wasn't very clear. So we'll use this computer. Finale is my computer program. I want you to look at what I'm pointing. Can you see what I'm pointing at? 5 lines. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now count which number line I'm pointing at. 3, 2, 4, 1, 5. In between those 5 lines are 4 spaces. 1, oops, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which number space am I pointing at? 3, 4, 2. How about over here? 1. Which line or space am I pointing to? 3rd line. 5th line. 2nd space. 1st line. 4th space. When we put notes on them, they're all I'm gonna change something here for you a little bit. We're gonna adjust this. Let me make it a little more normal. All right. Waiting for it to react. The lines and spaces all have names. This right here is a G clef. Say G clef. It tells us where the note G is. Down here is an F clef. It tells us where the note F is. Here's G. There's a lot of things to learn. Just learn a little bit at a time and you'll get it all. Do you see this little black line? It's going to go up and down. Okay? So when it's on the 2nd line, that's G. I think my keyboard is hooked in. It's this G. I'm going to put a quarter note right there. That's G. The curly Q is on G. That note is on G. I'm going to put, I don't have to use the cursor thing. I'm going to put a half note on G. And I'm going to put an 8th note on G. So those notes are all on G. It doesn't matter how far, way over here, or maybe even down on some other piece of music way down here. But it's not G if it's down here in the bass clef, the F clef area. It's only G if it's on the G clef area. That's where that G is. Down here is F. Now I played the G up here, right? So we're going to go all the way down here and play this F. And there's F. It's on the 4th line up. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's where those dots circle. That's where that bulb is at. 4th line. That's F. G is up here. F is down here. Now I know this is funny graphics, and why can't you just tell me? But what it makes it really easy to look at it and instantly know what you want. It's graphically very beautiful. Let's draw some more Fs. Here's an F. That is not an F. That's an F. Oh, you can hear it playing now. Here's an F. Here's an F. Let's open this up and then it'll spread them out for you. Here is the G that I played up here. Right? That's this G. And the F down here. Okay? And there's one more note I'm going to show you. Down here. Middle C. Uh-oh. We'll go over to the next major. C is right here. G, C, middle C, and F. Now, there's something interesting about this. If I play C here, C, 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 C. I did the same pattern, didn't I? That is also middle C. And the F clef, middle C is at the top. In the G clef, Middle C is at the bottom. If I were to, I have a little function here. If I were to bring C on my, whoa, I'm in the wrong one. If I can move this on a computer, it's nice. You can move them. Well, look, you can put them right together so they overlap. But if music was this close together, it could get really bunched. And they have allowed, some genius said, hey, let's make it, we understand we can spread them apart. Why? So we can put lyrics in the middle, or dynamics, other words and expressions. And so that's why middle C is in the middle of these two staves, but it's here for the bass clef or treble F clef, here for the treble clef, treble or G clef, bass or F clef, and they're allowed to be spread apart. Now, if this is G, now here we go. Get rid of all that, and it puts my default rest back in. If this is G, what's this note? What comes before G? It's F. What's that note? E. D. C. If this is F, what's that? G. What's this? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. We're going to start over at A, and B, and C. And you can see that if that's C, you come down, you go backwards to G, and you go backwards to A. But then we've only got 7 notes, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So we have to start from A. We're going to go back to G and to F. This is just a few of the notes. We're going to make them 8th notes. And it's fun on the computer. You can play it. All right? That's 5 of the notes. If this is G, oops, that's not G. This is G. The next note up is A, because we're going to start over A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. I'm getting too high on the camera, huh? I'm sorry, cameras have limitations. So that's A, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And with this one, F, E, D, C, B, A, G, F. And there they are, all the notes of the treble clef, the G clef, and the bass clef, or F clef. G is the first note here because it's the same as the curly Q on that second line. F is the first note because it's the same as F is the first note because it's the same as the F clef, the 2 dots, and the 1 big dot on the 4th line. That tells you where they are. In the past, 200 years ago, these were movable, and that curly Q might be on the top line or the bottom line. But they standardized it now, so it's always on the second line. And the F2 was movable, but now they fixed it on the 4th line. So there's your first lesson. Learn that, and then we'll get on to the do, re, mi's.